Hello, students. So, this is the chapter we have seen at the last class. So, we have seen the introduction and the computer languages. What are the different types of computer languages? Uh, After that, we have seen in the last class. So, today we are going to see the different types of programming language in detail. Okay. So, there are three different types of computer programming language. First thing is machine level language, and second is assembly level language, and third is high level language. Okay, so what is meant by programming language is which is this language is used to communicate with the computer or give instruction to the computer. Okay, so we human beings have a language to communicate with each other, to share some information. Okay, so like that, if you want to communicate with the computer, then you have to know the languages which are processed by the computer. Okay, so the first thing is machine level language. So machine level language are directly understood by computers. These languages are difficult for human because they consist entirely uh, consist entirely of numbers. Okay, each CPU has its own unique machine language. Programmers commonly use high level language to write programs which are translated into machine level language. Okay, so the first thing is machine level language. So this machine level language is directly understood by the computer. It doesn't need any of the translator or any of the middle software to convert to this uh, machine understandable language. Next thing is it is entirely different for entirely difficult to human beings to understand it or to remember every words. Okay, so it is entirely in numbers, zeros and ones only. You can't able to understand the words. Okay, so you can see that every system has its own unique I own unique machine level language. Okay, so if you want to learn machine level language, then you have to learn one machine language for your mobile, learn one machine language for your computer, learn one machine language for uh, whatever thing that you have in your home. Okay, so these are all very difficult to remember things. Okay, so the next thing is assembly level language. Assembly language has a um, assembly language has the same structure and set of commands as machine level language, but they enable a programmer to use names instead of numbers. In the early days of programming, all programmers were written in assembly level language. It requires high level of technical knowledge, and it slows to write. It is slow to write. Okay, so here you can see that next level language is assembly level language. So it is also similar to machine level language, but it is not that complicated. But you can see that it has given some names for codes. Okay, so if you want to add, means you can use the code add. Okay, so if you want to copy, means store. Okay, move. So these are all the different commands. Okay, so you can see that compared to machine level language, it is very easy, but it has some numbers. It has some numbers that has to be remembered to uh, remember to give instruction to the computer. Okay, so even you can see that programmers use this assembly language to give instruction, but it needs high level of intelligence, and it is also very slow in process. Okay, but you can see that in machine level language, programmers will not use this machine level language to communicate or give instruction to the computer, but instead they use high level language to uh, give instruction to the computer. Next is high level language. So it is a programming language that enables program programs in language closer to human language. They are easy to write, read, and maintain. It uses statements consist of English keywords such as for, print, and go to. Okay, so high level language means you can see that it is entirely up to human beings. Okay, it is used to uh, it is used it uses English keywords, most of the English keywords to make more understandable to humans, but it is not that much understandable to human computers. Okay, so that's why it is known as high level language. So you need some translators. Okay, you need some translators to convert this high level English language to machine level language. Okay, we are going to see that in the next page. So interpreter is a program that performs translation and execution of source code from high level language to machine level language. Okay, so this interpreter is a program that will convert the high level language into machine level language, and it will execute the converted uh, program. Okay, so this is interpreter. Next is assembler. An assembler is a program that translates assembly level language into machine level language. So it is also a software that will convert the high, high level language or any other language to assembly level language. Sorry, machine level language. Next is assembler. Sorry, types of errors. Okay, so when you do give instruction to the computer, you may have some errors. Okay, it may be a typing error or it may be any kind of error. So we are going to see all these types of errors. So error means bug or mistake. Okay, so here you can see that in programming language, error means bug. Okay, so while programming or compiling, there are chances of omit, committing errors. Okay, so there are chances of committing errors. These errors are classified into three things. Okay, syntax error, logical error, and runtime error. So syntax error occurs because of not following the rules of the language. Okay, so if you want to if you want to create programs, then you have to follow certain rules. Okay, if you are not following that rules, then you will be given syntax error. Next is logical error. So logical error are errors caused by improper code for any operation. Okay, so if you want to do some action, say for example uh, divide 0 by something, then you'll be then you'll have some error. Okay, so you can't able to divide 0 by any number. Okay, so this is a this is known as logical error. Okay, so there are so many logical errors. Okay, so if you are trying to open a file which is not available or which is deleted previously, then this is a logical error. Okay, so next is runtime error. Okay, runtime error, otherwise called as execution error, that occurs while executing a program, where when the program attempts an operation which is not possible. Okay, so as I said earlier, so you can see that you may return a program in such a way that it should open a file. Okay, but unfortunately that file is being deleted, or it file may be having some problem to open. Okay, so you have checked all the syntax error, you have compiled it, and you can see all those codes properly, but when it comes to execution, it may have these kinds of errors, which is known as runtime error. Okay, so in the next page you can see that there are some exercises. So dash means bug or mistakes. Error is the answer for the first filling the blanks. Next is logical error caused by improper in code for any operation. So that is a logical error. Third one is interpreter. Interpreter is a program that performs translation and execution of the source code. Okay, as we discussed earlier, interpreter is a program that will convert high level language or any level language into um, machine level language. So fourth one, dash assembler is a program that translate assembler language into machine level language. So assembly is software or program that is used to convert only assembly level language to machine level language. Next is computer languages are of three types. Okay, we have seen machine level language, assembly level language, and high level language. Next is match the following: programming language, source code. Okay, programming language means it's a source code to the computer, so it gets instruction through this source code. Next is COBOL. COBOL is a high level language. It's an example of high level language. Next is runtime error. Runtime error is also known as execution error. And assembler. Assembler is a assembly level language. Okay, it converts assembly level language into machine level language. Next is interpreter. Fortran is an example of interpreter. So next is choose true or false. Machine level languages are directly understood by computers. True. Machine level language consists of keywords such as for, print, and go to. Okay, so that is false. A logical error caused by improper encode for any operation, that is true. Syntax error is also called as execution error, that is true. Okay, syntax error is also syntax error is otherwise called as execution error, that is false. Okay, syntax error means uh, syntax error is the error that is caused by not following the rules, but logical error is also called as yes, runtime error is also called as execution error. Okay, so the answer for the fourth true or false is false. Next, fifth one, uh, programmers commonly use high level language to write program. True. Now answer the following. What are programming language? Page number 14. So page number 14, introduction, the first paragraph fully. Okay, the 4 lines. Starting from languages are needed, from there to programming language called programming language. Next one, what are the different categories of programming language. So the same page number 14, the three types. Okay, so the machine level language, assembly level language, and high level language. Next one, third one, what is interpreter? Page number 15. Interpreter is a language that performs from there to machine level language. Page number 15, the first two lines. Okay. Next is define assembler. Okay. Next is define assembler. Sorry. What are the different types of errors? Okay, the same page number 15. Types of errors. Error means bug. From there to runtime error. Okay, it is runtime error up to that. Next is define assembler. Page number 15. An assembler is a program that translates from there to machine level language. Okay, so with this we'll finish the class. We'll see the rest of the things in the next class.